You alright, people? How we doing? We good? Yeah, man. Thanks for coming, yeah? Much appreciated.
As usual, sprung on me with not much notice, so apologies for my little half-hearted intro here. But first of all, thank you all so much for coming down to the Standard on your Sunday night. Big up yourselves.
Yep, give yourself a big round of applause.
First of all, we want to thank BPHA for giving us the funding to put on this event tonight. We are going to be hosting an evening of poetry and the arts, focusing largely around Bedford Town Centre. So if you're from Bedford, you may recognise some of the things we talk about today, and if you're not, I'm sure some of the general themes will align to your earlier years out on the town. A little bit about us. We are Outreach Music Group. We have been running courses in the community for mental health service users and the long-term unemployed since 2017. Mad things.
Yes.
2023 now, that's a bit wild.
Long time in the game.
Feels like a long time.
So we work under the ethos of creative empowerment through the medium of music and arts, and just doing numerous projects around the town. Last year was a really busy year. We put on about 8 different courses, numerous live spoken word things, drama, music production, all sorts of stuff. So we're on all the socials, so go and have a look. You know, your usual like, subscribe, follow, all that rubbish. Yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna open the floor for showtime. Are you ready? Yeah? You want to draw forward? You want to come forward? Or are you going to sit down? Are we going to keep it very arty where everyone sits down? Or are we just going to... What do you reckon? It's up to you. Anyway, first up on the stage, give her a big, big, loud round of applause. She's ready. You ready, girl?
Geared to go.
Let's give a big shout out for Michelle. Woo! Go Shirley, go Shirley.
Hi, thank you. Right, I'm going to read a poem, Bedford Here and Now. Hustle and bustle with shops all around, music playing as we would dance around. Lights beaming, happy smiles, great place to be was Bedford Town. At night, people would gather all around in pubs and clubs and dance at the beat of a sound. Live bands playing at Squire's, those were the days. They still do, but for me, life has got in the way. Bowling alleys, youth clubs galore, plenty to do, lots to explore. Pubs and shops now closing down, Bedford is now like a ghost town. Lots of cafes, not many shops, nothing to do, it's gone down a lot.
Yeah, you like that one? So that's kind of the theme of the evening in part 1, yeah? All right. So next up on stage, we have Miss Arkle, Rose Teabag Arkle. Come on, Rose.
Good evening, everyone. So this is a poem called Halcyon Days. Bedford. This is where my life begins. Spent days wandering round the Higgins. I recall the embankment's bountiful blooms, the swans with their impressive plumes, and cartwheeling round till my head spins. Fun with friends and screaming on dragon boats, endless nights at time out, passing out in coats, and staying out long past dark, drinking strongbow tinnies in the park, and laughing till smoke chokes our throats. Time may move on, but memory stays. although fun now consists of theatrical plays, going out just for one in search of a banger, to celebrate the return of the clangor. Oh, to remember these halcyon days.
You like that one, guys? Big up Rose. Okay. Next up, we have Nduma. Come on, Nduma. OMG Stalwart. Come on, let's pick it up for Nduma.
My poem is called Bedford Homecoming, by the way. I come from the sun, how it was fun, to the dreary and boring Bedford, how this was so dreadful. I returned from Zimbabwe at 12 years of age, came here to Bedford feeling afraid. From living on the outskirts of the main metropolis to a sleepy, quiet town, I tried to stay positive. One thing I knew was that it would be cold. Telly in Zim taught me the weather here is bold. Walking through town was different, but the same. Same shops, different people, familiar, bon marché. One thing that made me happy was cultures galore mixed into one place, the high streets four. The marketplace felt like home, veggies for sale. People who were happy to hear my tale. Two very different homes sharing many similarities, from a small market town to a much larger city. Both hold many memories for me, but Bedford is home, that is clear to see.
Big up Nduma. You've come a long way, son. You've come a long way. Okay, so what, do I have to introduce myself? Is that how it's gonna roll? Because I got a little one, innit? I got dragged into this. I didn't really want to do it, but you know. Yes. Okay, hold on. Because let me just set the mic. A bit too much bass on my voice. Don't want to scare the people, you know? Okay, alright. So this one is a true story. And it's about my experience on this high street. Okay? It's called Bedford High Street Trod. Let me see which one. Which one's better? This one. I like this one. What do you reckon, Sid? Yeah? Okay. This one is called Bedford High Street Trod. It's a true story. Off the bus, still feeling mash up. Back of the Corn Exchange, man wants to throw up. Boy, last night's party was proper corrupt. Yes, Matt D's is open. Oh, what a sight. Man could do with a bite. Maybe some respite. Sausage muffin, no egg, cheese or butter. Cashier girl looks at me like I'm a nutter. Give me 2 hash browns and an OJ, I mutter. Next stop, trod up to Tesco is my next stop. A Lucozade and a Panadol might stop the rot. Into the office I go, sit at my desk like a pro. About last night, no one needs to know. All right, next one up, who we got? Co-founder. Let's pick it up for original star girl Georgia in the building. Go Georgia.
Thanks. Forever too short for the mics. Some things don't change. So this poem, you just have to imagine me, but like really old. So my inner Georgia, but as an outer Georgia. So this poem is called A Glimpse of the Future. I'm 75 and I just got my bus pass and thought I'd take a trip into town. I'm sitting in a window with a coffee and a tea cake with a perfect buttery crown. I'm watching the world go by and thinking how things have changed and how happy I am the town centre has now been rearranged. There are some staples of Bedford that will always be around. All Ears is still standing, selling no studs and incense for not much more than £1. Harrison and Simmons is frequented by many in business all my life. Cigars and lighters and other stuff, I guess. Maybe a hunting knife? Did you know the pubs are open and Tuesdays are free pool? They've planted trees and flowers, which I think is pretty cool. The kids are out there playing on the whirly gig and apparatus. The dinky donuts aroma drifting out, I'll eat as many as they can make us. I think it's run by her granddaughter now, but she does her nana proud. There's laughter in the cafe and the sweetness of it is so loud. The library is a haven full of happiness and books. I think when I was 18 was when I really got the hook. Working at British home stores, all dissolved to nothing now. Topshop, top man, Dorothy Perkins, they all had to take a bow. So much here has changed, and I think for the better, even if as time goes on we've lost the art of letters. The children are still smiling and the town is bustling, and many shops from my childhood are still out here hustling. The castle stands tall, at least what remains. The River Festival continues and popularity just gains. There's a lot to Little Bedford, a small town we may be, but we're full of heart and kindness. We're a great community. Thank you.
Big up, Star Girl. Cool, Georgia. Okay. Next one up, we have Piers. Big shout out for Piers.
Town Bedford. Indifferent to reputation. I deal with men as they come. Splintered attestation. This web I've unspun. Poverty of thought. Mentality in chalk. The odd bark or whisper men do no longer talk. An innocent twang within a voice in the deep. The pitch ascends in Chinatown. Silver stubble on the old man's otherwise hairless jaw. Flickering in a gust of wind that whispers. Some say a ghost town. So says the thinker. The ooze meanders with the people on blinkers. The Zendao Tai sensei holding his force. It's mend yourself now, boy, and back on the horse. Now means today, for both are always present. So what to be done to gain peace in Town Bedford? A stroll by the river, the Swans Movers one, or read about John Bunyan and how he was done. A taste of our restaurants, perhaps Mama Conchetta's, Quattro Formaggio, Moretti, not Stella, or a coffee at St. Paul's, for whom the bell tolls, or even better Papillon, Americano, ice cold. A trip to the cinema, sport for choice now there's two. Good films are rare though, my favourites are few. The vibe in the library be eerie yet warm. A fine selection of books though, be something so pure. For tender the heart, while the mind stays so sore.
Yes. You like that one? Big up Mr. Carter. Piers in the house. Okay. Coming up to do one more, because she's a bit greedy like that, is Michelle. Come on, Michelle.
Attitude girl, attitude girl, attitude girl, attitude girl.
Hello again. Voices from the doorway. The dirt on the ground, litter scattered all around. In every shop doorway, I hear a voice. These people, they have no choice. Sipping beer, a hat or two, looking for spare change, what would you do? A penny or a pound, I'm sure you could spare. Or a hot meal, don't leave them in despair. Hungry and alone, nowhere to go. Are they genuine? Nobody knows. It's hard to know what is going on, but a conversation and some time could help their day or help them get a place to stay. Don't judge or steer away. We're here to be kind, and that's a hard find.
Yo! That's Michelle. Okay. Coming up for another bite of the cherry, we have Rose again. Come on, Arco.
This is something that's a little bit different. It's a little bit more narrative. So bear with me and come on the journey with me. This is called The Geese and the Hot Dog. The Embankment, spring 1997. I was 7 years old and had hunger in my belly. The kind of hunger a simple snack fan hot dog could only satiate. To my 7-year-old glee, I persuaded my mother, at the back there, to purchase one. A tough sell to a vegetarian. My chubby fingers clasped the bun, and I admired the frankfurter, onions, and condiments while searching for a bench to devour my prize. Little did I know, the gleeful skips and giggles left glistening onions in my wake, alerting the gaggle to my naive presence. As if preparing for battle, they waddled forth, twice as fast as my gait. Ominous honks alerted my mother, who, ever much with the take the child, save me mentality, swerved to a higher path, leaving me to the mercy of the feathered devils. They flapped, they honked, they made chase. Screams of terror filled the air, and I made a run for it, tears cascading down my cheeks, blind with panic, and now covered in the delicious morsels of condiment-soaked onion. In a flash, I dropped the bun, in a bid to satiate the bastards, leaving me clasping the frankfurter, but alas, they pursued me mercilessly. Knowing they had won the battle, I dropped the mangled hot dog, and the torment ceased. The gaggle were feasting, and I doubled back through sobs of terror and regret in search for comfort. Comfort did not follow, and instead I saw my mother bent double, clutching her sides and howling in the delight of the spectacle. Thank you.
Yeah! Easy rolls. Okay. All right, so we've got one more, and then we're going to have a little break, you know, help yourself to some food and stuff, and then we're going to come back for part 2. Okay? So next up, we have Cat. Big up, Cat. Come on, Cat.
Hi. This poem is called Two Names. Honeywill, Bricklejack, nylon-clad clan of loose lip, tight hip, tall children, bruised and welted, shut away in drawers and hidden under beds. A 3-hour drive from Bristol to Bedford, this town where it all happened, every head bump and broken bone set back into place just a little bit wrong. Her tiny hands caught her mother's tears, raised by dogs and neighbours, scarcely held close to chest, seldom felt the beat of the heart that pumped the blood that ran through her too. Blood that she wouldn't have known were hers were it not for a piece of paper scrawled with 2 names. When her hair greyed and her teeth crumbled, her heart sank in the wake of Riverfield, yearning for salty air and stone towers, lamenting a life she felt she was promised. Roots kept her stuck, not steady. He arrived reluctantly into this town, into the world, dragged out kicking and screaming, a dull blue. Righteous indignation lived therein from his first laboured breaths and stayed, knitted his skin as a scar inborn. He never left. He was plopped down here and held in place. Now he tries to find meaning in big windows, flats above shops. Art Deco, he mutters to himself as he snaps another picture that he'll filter to blue fuck. Chaos twins collided entirely by accident, blinded by their clouds of Sunsilk and B&H, and clung on for the safety of convenience for motionless decades. Stagnant stasis, housemates with children, the only hint at love being a piece of paper scrawled with two names: Honeywill, Bricklejack, iron-deficient clan of squirmy, cold, poor communicators who get sick at the mere mention of a cold breeze, who reside shattered, scattered like shards of broken ceramic, cheap and joyless, perfect strangers with only one common thread left: the town with the faces.
Yeah, big up, cat. Okay, people. All right, so that was part one. And then part two, we're going to have some of our special guests in the place who are going to come and perform some more poetry. So we're going to spin a few more tracks. Please help yourself to the food what's scattered around the place. Go and get yourself a drink and we'll see you in a bit, yeah? Good, good. But first of all, we got some people from our drama course, and I'm going to hand you over to the tutor of Expressions Drama, who's been running courses in Luton and Bedford. It's Diane, so let's give me a big round of applause for Diane.
Hello everybody. I've seen some lovely faces in here that I've done some work with. My Bedford crew, big up, big Bedford drama group that I worked with. So I've been doing some sessions for OMG in Luton as well. So sorry, we're bringing some Luton experience to Bedford adventure today. L-Town in the house. So, as we mentioned, I did a drama piece with the Bedford guys, and that's on YouTube, isn't it, Mark? Called Panic Stations. So if you want to have a look, check it out. It's on YouTube, called Panic Stations. It was brilliant. The guys that we worked with. Some of them are here tonight. Michelle, Kat, Lauren. Is there anybody else? Nduma, yes. So a lot of experience in the house tonight. But so it's been a little bit different, the group that I've been working with in Luton. We've been working actually out of a cafe, a beautiful, pretty cafe on Old Bedford Road. And they've actually put pieces together in pairs based in this cafe. But the scene you're going to see now is based on a young girl called Sarah. She's 7 years old. And throughout this cafe, you kind of see this girl like going into the cafe, spending time there, because basically her home, there's a lot of neglect and things like that. So she's kind of a little bit of a latchkey kid and just out and about on her own. Had a lot of distress and issues in her life. So it's a little window into this little girl's life. But this scene is actually set in the neighbour's house, not in the cafe. But all the scenes that we did were in pairs, based in the cafe, and all of the characters linked in some way. So, like you might have EastEnders, for example, but all the characters had some sort of link. And this little girl, Sarah, had a link with lots of other people that were in the cafe. And the auntie character that's in this as well had links with everybody else as well. So we kind of interweaved the characters. So it's just like a little hint of some of the work that we did in Luton. It's just a short piece. We finished the group a few weeks ago, so I'm hoping that they can remember what we did. There's been no rehearsal since then. They're just going to go for it. So give them a round of applause. We've got Emma and Lorna from Luton. I'm just going to hand over to them. Let's see how it goes.
long because I'm off to Jamaica in the morning.
Are you?
Yeah.
Not that again, Emma.
Yeah, I'm going with
Evelyn.
my dad. He's going to get the tickets.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Sarah. I've heard this one before, remember, and it never happened.
But anyway, yeah, I'm just feeling a bit. Can I stay here?
Yeah, what's no?
'Cause
You can stay for a little bit. What's going on? Tell me what's going on.
Well, I was at home and you know that man down the road that comes in our house? Well, he went upstairs with Mum.
Yeah.
And I think he's killing her or something because I can hear all the banging in the bedroom.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and there's a lot of noise and Mum was going, oh, like this.
Oh dear.
And anyway, they came back downstairs at one point and Mum's got this like pipe and she was smoking a pipe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then there was and I don't want to stay there today. Can I stay with you?
You can stay for a little bit, Sarah.
Okay.
But does your mum know that you're here?
Oh, she don't care, does she?
You want a drink as well, do you?
Oh, can I have a drink?
Yes, you can have a drink.
Thank you.
It's over here. I'll leave it here for
Can
you.
I get a straw?
Yes, it's here for you, alright?
Why do you not give it to me? Sorry.
What are you doing now?
I'm going to do some drawing.
Okay. The phone rings. Hello? Hello? Oh, hello, Jean. How are you doing? Oh, yes. I've got my neighbour's little girl.
I'm not a little girl.
Yes, you are, Sarah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I've got my neighbour's little girl. She's come round to see me, and she's talking all sorts now about her mum smoking a pipe or something. I really don't know what she's going on about.
She was smoking a pipe.
Oh no, I'll have to give her some attention today because she's. Yeah, okay. All right then, Jean. I'll call you back. All right. Bye.
Can I stay here
No,
tonight?
Sarah, you're not able to stay here. No. Okay? I'll come round and see your mum tomorrow. We'll have a chat. All right?
Do I have to go then?
You can go shortly. Stay for a little bit and then you can go, yeah?
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Well, I'll just put my stuff away.
Okay, that's a good girl. Don't have the tantrum now. There's no need for that, Sarah. You know you can come round at any time.
No, I wanted to stay.
No, it's all right. I'll come round and see your mum tomorrow. We'll have a chat. Okay?
I'm going home now.
All right. Bye-bye.
Do you want to take a bow, Emma and Lorna? Give them another round of applause, please. So that was just a little bit of what we do. Emma, can you just come back here for a minute, please? You just need to come back. So tonight is also Emma's birthday, or today. Gonna party like it's your birthday. So can we just sing happy birthday to Emma, please? We'll just do the old school traditional one. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Emma. Happy birthday to you. Okay, thank you for your appreciation for the Luton crew. Hand over to you, Mark.
Thank you. Respect. Did you like that one? Yeah? Okay. As I said, all of the scenarios, they all interlink. So watch out for that on YouTube. It's coming up soon, yeah? All right, next on the floor, we have someone who's been recording stuff at our music group in Bedford, which was running last year. And this song is about recovery. So, can we have a big round of applause for Lauren? Big it up for Lauren. Go on, Lauren. Ready when you're ready, Lauren.
Oh, I'm ready. Yeah.
A few months ago I was in a dark place. I thought it couldn't get any worse than this. A year free from you, and this happens. 'Cause the voices in my head told me this time it was.
Rewind. Well, it's Elvis in the house. All right, so we've got Elvis, who is the tutor. He's a tutor from the OMG Music Group. Big up yourself, Elvis. Thanks for coming. Okay.
Okay.
We ready again?
Yep.
Let's go.
A few months ago I was in a dark place. I thought it couldn't get any worse than this. It's free from you, and this happens. 'Cause the voices in my head told me this night it was a nightmare. But with family and friends and therapy, I'm on the road to recovery. I was in a dark place. I thought it couldn't get any worse than this. A year free from you, then this happens. And now I'm getting better and just working on myself. Everything's coming into place. Yes, I'm feeling better, still a work in progress. I'm telling you to watch this space. I was in a dark place. I thought it couldn't get any worse than this. A year free from you, then this happened. 'Cause the voices in my head told me this and that. It was a nightmare, but with family and friends and therapy, I'm on the road to recovery. Few months ago I was in a dark place. I thought it couldn't get any worse than this. A year free from you, then this happens.
Few years from you,
Then this happens.
You like that one? Big up your bad self, Lauren. See it there? Okay. All right. So we're ready again now. Next up, we're going to invite one of our special guests who's been here all evening waiting patiently in the house. And she's come along to come and support the work we're doing in Bedford, straight out of Luton. Hanifa, welcome to the stage. Come, big shout for Hanifa, please, people.
Hi everyone. So yeah, my name's Hanifa and I'm from Luton. And thanks very much, Mark, for inviting me to come along and share some of my work. I'm a poet and published a couple of my poems, and I do perform my poems in and around the place. Can you hear me? Yes. Yeah, good. Okay. So I'm going to perform. I know that the theme, I remember now that the theme was about Bedford, but I'm from Luton, so of course I know less about Bedford than I do about Luton. I'm not even going to do a poem about Luton. I'm actually going to do a poem today about where I'm from originally, because they say that home is where the heart is. And although I live in Luton, they ain't necessarily where my heart is. And many of us may live in Bedford, but our heart may be somewhere else. For all we know, may have come from somewhere else. So our heart may be somewhere else. So I just want to share something with you about where my heart is. And the poem is called Where Are You From? So here we go, if I can find it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put my specs on, and then I'm going to go. Ready to rock. Okay. So it's called Where Are You From? It feels just a little bit high. Okay. Pardon? The mic stand. Oh, I can't be with fiddle. Pardon? Oh, no, it's all right. I'm all right. Yeah. I'm good. Thank you. Okay. So it's called Where Are You From? I come from a vast, ancient, and sacred place, known by some as the birthplace of the human race. My blackness is my proof and is clearly defined. The roots of my Africanity cannot be denied. I come from a people whose strength and longevity are matched only by our pride and our dignity. Our resilience is recorded in the annals of history, telling stories of a people who fought tyranny and brutality. I come from a heritage that many tried to subjugate. They hunted us and captured us and kept us in chains. Proud African people held and deprived of their humanity. But many refused to submit and they fought to be free. I come from a land of blazing sun and abundant minerals, with rich soil, natural energy, and a wise and mighty people. Though outsiders have tampered with our traditions and our beliefs, our essence remains and our determination persists. So finally, I come from a continent of drums, dance, and song, where my heart, my mind, and my soul will always belong, where the spirit of my ancestors still lives proud and strong. So I know my origins and my roots, but tell me, where are you from? Thank you.
Yeah. Big up to Hanifa. Okay. All right, we all good? How we feeling, people? We all right? Yeah? Show me a sign, man. Yeah, okay, good. All right, next up we have some people some people you heard in part 1, and they're going to be here in part 2 again. So I don't know how you want to do this, but can we have Kat and Piers on the stage? Come on. Yeah, sorry, the running order is totally gone tits up. If you want to do it like that, I don't know. Someone said that. Oh, I don't know. I might be confused. Okay. Another round of applause for Kat and Piers, people.
What are we doing? What's this? We are, but are we... I don't mind. Would you like to go first, Piers?
Okay, I've got a poem called The Stoic. It's not really celebrating. It's not celebrating Bedford heritage, but it's. Hello, can you hear me now? Hello. Okay, yeah. So. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, it's called The Stoic. It's a philosophy which I hold quite dear to my heart because it helps me with my struggles in life, as it does for a lot of people, I feel. So maybe you can relate to it. But yeah, I'll start. The Stoic. Beneath broken knuckles lie somber spades, a fistful of shrapnel, imprinted leaf in its fade. A legion of fools fell like soldiers in rain, freedom to be earned, while peace is the way. Broken chains, broken skulls, a master of mind. If life be my play, let love be my rhyme. Let flourishing wings on clocks with good time guide me to wise destin, as 100 fathers are kind. Shattered dreams, scattered schemes, to care and reflect, or be lost in life's winds, live, die and repent. The path of the kings, my absence now spent, the beauty of a flower that beauty has kept, to blossom be sure, from God we were sent, His holiness pure, His nature unslept.
Yeah, you like that one? Nice. Big up, Piers. Okay, next up we have Kat. Big up to Kat.
Hi. Sorry, I'm going to turn my brightness up real quick. I made you dinner. Tears fell lazily from my eyes, indistinguishable from the brimming caused by chopping the onions with this shitty steak knife. I peeled these onions, and in doing so, I peeled back all these layers. All the layers of our corner of the world. Layers of wallpaper doing little to brighten a rotting house. For our corner was everything that we were. Our corner was your grief, my welts, your habits, my crippling fear, your filth, my fire. That fire which I didn't know could be so far-reaching and blister your skin, yet you sat so close to it as though my inferno were sanctuary. But I could swear I saw you fan the flames, yelping when they hit out and licked you. I know I'm not a fire. For when you lose all your photo albums, your childhood teddy bear, and your yellow curtains, you never blame the fire. When I was 10 or so, I couldn't wait to jump into the sparkling blue body that made me warm. I could stay in this body for hours until the pang. The pang for stability came, the longing to feel my weight, for my hair not to break, for the skin on my hands and feet to be smooth and taut again. It was never very long after returning that I wanted to be sparkling blue again, for it was as though I was happy with any body as long as I wasn't in it. Our corner from across the way looked so much greener, more hydrating, so much brighter from across the way. But now that I'm welcome again, welcome in our corner, I feel that same pang to be back in my body, which once felt so rough and inescapable, now consists of a sum of the greatest comforts I've ever known. It's only when I'm swimming in my sparkling blue body until the red and yellow disappear from my skin that I know what I'm missing. You don't belong here. This isn't for you, at least not now. For I don't have the soil, the water, the time, the patience, or even the inclination to grow a great oak from a sapling. It is only when you return to our corner that I remember why I doused and torched it and shook myself out, spluttering and retching. The absence of you is the absence of your fan to my flame, so I forget how that same flame burns me too. I forget why my body needed space. I am ready now to freestyle the channel, to begin the journey that I couldn't when all I knew how to do was drown, when all I could do was thrash and splash and cry, when all I needed to do was let myself float. Now I can swim alone. My blue body is my corner, the corner that you cannot touch, because nobody is here to teach you how to swim, least of all in my water. You'd probably drink it all, or splash and thrash so hard you empty the tub. No, you'll have to find another teacher, I'm afraid, for this water is mine. You would drown in it while I try to float, and I'd have to scramble to your aid. Why won't you float with me? You don't even want to try. Go, dry off, leave me to float.
Bloody hell. Rotted. That was mad. That was mad. That's Cat for you, though, I suppose. Anyone else who's been privileged to hear Cat prior to this knows that she's just a madness with those words. But thank you so much for gracing our stage, Cat. But can we welcome our next performer to the stage? We have Jennifer joining us up here to do a little piece. So please give her a warm welcome as she comes to the stage. Big up, Jennifer.
Oh gosh. Hello, everybody. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yes. Brilliant. Okay. I've decided to do a poem. I had sort of choices, and I thought, let me just choose one. And I want to do one called Another Valentine's Day. And I wrote this. It has rude parts, but it's not as rude as my book. So let's just this is like the cleanest version of rudeness. Okay, thank you. Okay. Another Valentine's Day. Does it make me think of love, chocolates or flowers, mind games or soothsayers, perfidious perfections or predictions? Do I press my heart to thaw? I cannot live without passion, feeling that ripple of heat transversing my body, causing the mind to wander, corrosive, pungent, potent thoughts. I have made it my religion to love life originally, vivaciously, enchantedly, righteously, and I share my love with you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jennifer, for sharing that with us tonight. The performances are just chef's kiss. What can I say? Next up on the stage, we have the lovely Teresa. If you'd like to come and join us up here. Big round of applause, people. Come on, we're not at the end of the night yet. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name's Teresa and I'm from Luton, but I have connection to Bedford because in 1919, my grandfather and his brother and sister came to Bedford with their parents, and they lived in Marlborough Road. And my auntie, she lived in Marlborough Road until she died, And she actually published a book. She had a diary, and it's actually called The Bedford Diary of Leah Ainsley. So that's been published. So, as I said, I've got the connection to Bedford, but now I'm going to give you a taste of Luton. It's called A 1960s Trip to Luton. Can you all hear me? My appointment at the dentist is booked for 2 p.m. today, and on the bus I must make my way down Crawley Green Road with its steep hill, past the Holly Laundry where our sheets are washing still, near the cooling towers of Pondricks Road, down Lee Road with its coloured houses, through Vicarage Street to Park Square, the bus route passes, round Market Hill and through George Street towards the Town Hall clock. We notice the staff at Woolworths are replenishing the stock. Past the old post office, up Upper George Street we climb. Around the corner I get off. I've just arrived in time. No longer do the buses pass along this route, but my memories are so vivid as I look back to my youth. I love this town of Luton, which has changed throughout the years, and wherever I may travel, the road always leads back here. And I've got another one. I'll give another one to give you a laugh. It's called First Love. My heart begins to beat faster as I look at the attractive boy in the cafe. Sorry, I'll start again. Her heart begins to beat fast as she looks at the attractive boy in the cafe. She really fancies him, and she wistfully dreams of everlasting love. Perhaps they'll move in together and have children. Suddenly he notices her looking at him. Now is her chance. She gives him a big smile, showing that she likes him. He turns and sticks his tongue out at her, and suddenly the heart of another 6-year-old is well and truly broken.
Thank you so much, Teresa. That was brilliant. Love that. 6-year-old. Didn't see that coming. Next up on the stage tonight, we have Chloe. Whoop, whoop! Come on, guys. Bring the energy, please.
Yeah. I wasn't actually planning on doing a poem, but this is about hospital. When you can't do it anymore and your feet can't touch the floor, you're just dangling there waiting for the last string to snap, but it never does. The only thing that's broken is the last straw that got you up there in the first place. You're just swinging from a pole, looking around the room, knowing this will be the last thing you ever see. Nobody's coming, nobody knows. Then bang, 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 the crisis team's here, cutting you down from way up there. What are you doing? You're crazy, I swear, so selfish and silly, no wonder nobody cares. Get sectioned or come informal, but it's never your choice. Informal means nothing, it's just a noise. So you scream and you shout until they get out, so you can now carry your plan out. Into the kitchen and onto the chopping board, but it's not for food and you're not just bored. Mental pain is endless, so it doesn't matter what this physical pain will cause. Pause, breathe, calm down. The responses are all the same and it just makes me feel insane. Dragging the claw up north instead of south, just trying to let the demons out. But they would never leave you because they control you. The demons say they've saved you and you deserve everything that's been and everything that's coming. That you're a burden, a disturbance, a waste of space with no chance of survival. But I don't want that anymore. So maybe I'll go informal or maybe try to get better. I guess it's better than leaving that last letter. And there's one more. The wounds on my arms are my battle scars and they've always been there. I know it's hard to get through the dark, so I just sit there. When everything seems so pointless and everyone out there is thoughtless, the only points that ever make me feel are the ones that tend to kill when they hit the water of the crisis bath. Don't be a clown when I said I'll drown is what they said to me. As if it's my fault I've been through too much and now I'm so empty. I don't expect love or hugs, I just want someone to believe me when I say that I don't want to live again. In 2018 I didn't think I'd be here again, lost and alone without any friends, relapsing every day and the pain hasn't gone away. Back into hospital and back locked up, not only physically but in my mind too. There's nothing to do but watch paint dry, looking out the window and seeing the world go by. There's nothing to do here and no help at all. I'm crying out for help but nobody calls. Just medication by injection and then neglected without any attention. They don't understand what it's like being locked in a room with no life. They never think, what if it was them? What would happen? Would it change? Would we be no longer kept in a cage? Would everyone not be afraid? Would everyone be cared for? Would recovery be possible? They don't understand what they do, how it makes you feel like an animal in a zoo. They don't bother to listen or attempt to meet our needs. It's not fair. Why does nobody care about me? I just want to be seen. But without compassion and constant dismissing, I don't think I'll ever complete this mission. I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't think I'll ever defeat this.
Yo! Yeah! Big up Chloe, wasn't expecting that. So why wasn't you in the classes, Chloe? That's the question I need to ask, innit? Where were you? All right, cool. All right, next up, we got one more poem coming from the First Lady of OMG. Yeah? She goes by the name as GSG, aka Georgia. Come on, man. Big up again for Georgia. Words Unheard. It's all about her. This really is her night.
You've literally seen me so much. It's okay. It's
okay.
Right. I'm over it.
GSG, go on.
Before I start and finish off the night with my poem, I just want to ask you all to join me in a massive round of applause for absolutely all of the performers tonight who planned and didn't plan to come on stage tonight, because you're all fucking amazing! Love you guys. And everyone who's in my creative writing group, I'm so proud of you guys. You did so well, and you just make my heart swell. And it's the reason I do this, and I come here, and I just love you guys so much. So thank you. But this is going to be Eviction Notice. It is on YouTube with the cool music behind it, but I have timing issues, so we're going to go a cappella with this one and just see how we get on. But this is Eviction Notice. How quickly gentle hands can turn against you. Body language shifts you from lover to liar. Spittle snakes slowly from cheek to breast. You rest your grip on my thigh and tell me I want it. Bitch, you want this. Your eyes are dead, I'll soon be dead. It's in my head. You should have said, this is worst case scenario. I knew you were a Lothario. You knew about the ghosts that live with me, the past that lingers where others can't see, the haunting touch of their skin on my skin, and now yours is akin to theirs. You're in my prayers. I hope peace finds you, as I hope it finds me. Letters of forgiveness lack and anger. I want to forgive, but I have this anger. It doesn't manifest and come out in tears, but unbridled rage is fueling my fears. Often it is brief. Behind the wheel, an exasperated screech about indicators and lanes, and can you not see me? The latter echoes, can you not see me? Can you not see the fragments that they broke, gathered at my feet? Promises to put me together still hang in the air as you crush and crunch and break me into despair. I know that life isn't fair. But what right had you to lay your hands on me when I said no? What right had you to put your breath in my ear and tell me I wanted it? To break what was left and expect me to pick up the pieces? You were sick, but I have a feverish rage. You will not engage with me over what you have done. There will be no restorative justice tonight. You might have said you're sorry, but you didn't ask how it makes me feel, how my stomach reels when I talk about it, how and if I could forgive. It was an expectation to move through it without a word. I had locked it away, but blank pages are invitations, they are opportunities. Positivity pours out of the freshness, the possibilities of what is yet to come, drawing out the best in people. I often wonder if it brings out the worst in me. My blank pages invite only the worst. Tea party attendants, listen carefully to my words, and you may hear the creak of a ghost on a floorboard, haunting me, hunting me, confronting me. The words slip onto the page, oozing ink over crisp paper, eager to be set free. I've got myself in a rut now. Everyone is shut out. Throw my cigarette butt out the window and let thoughts of that nightmare dissipate like the smoke escaping from my lungs. Yours are the third set of fingertips to lay claim to what was never theirs. I wonder if it will end, if it's me. It is not my fault that I let love grow in your best features because I had not seen your worst. You can grow flowers where weeds once were, but endless winters are ravaging my buds, stinging nettles engulf fields around me, and I am yet to locate a dock leaf anywhere close to where I am standing. You can hand me the knife. I am done with this life. Why don't you chip away the pieces you dislike? Would there be any left? There is nothing left. I am bereft since I left myself. I am not the poet I aspire to be, not much rhymes or flows eloquently. I'm just trying to piece together how I ever trusted you. When I'm cherished, will the words come? Will my writing perish with happiness? I don't know why you came here and nested inside of me. I am not good. I am not pure. Perhaps that is why you were drawn to me in the first place. Well, this is your eviction notice. Rent-free doesn't pay my bills, and I am done with living in my feels. I forgive you, but please don't come back here because I think I am probably better off alone. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah! Easy, Georgia.